Hello, Gurus. Welcome back. After a long break, I really had a bad, big break. It was not because of me. In fact, I planned a lot, uploading a lot of interesting offensive stuffs last year, but Google didn't allow me. Not Google, I don't know, YouTube didn't allow me to do that. I had a couple of community strike lines. One was for my second version of that ransomware simulator demo that I uploaded on YouTube. Second one was for the first one actually the ransomware simulator issue. I don't know the issue of that. Whether somebody reported or because I didn't share the source code or I didn't share the exe to anyone. I just showed the demo, but I got that community strike line. Maybe someone reported. I don't know whether the AI if identified. The other interesting community strike line was for one of my videos that I did upload before 2 years, I think. Yeah, surprisingly, they did find that on November, and I got another strike line for that. That was related to a phishing video, a phishing tool that I developed, and I did include a demo on that how to clone that LinkedIn page, and I think I did a complete demo on that. That got captured by YouTube. I don't know how. It was a surprise for me. I don't know how their and the algorithm works or what changes they have made. But those two made uh, me to wait for a long time. I think my strike line got removed end of December or something. That was the main reason I was not doing anything on my YouTube. But surprisingly, the support I was getting was really good. Even without doing anything, I was getting more subscribers. It is not a huge subscription list, but yeah, some of those guys who are really interested in these kind of stuff. Yeah, here again today, this is my first video in 2023, and I would like to share one of other tools that I have developed. This is a kind of combined tool that uh, if you had checked my previous videos, you notice that the reversals that I developed during those times, it was like direct reversal connection to your server or your controller, and it had no persistence maintenance. In a sense, if you had multiple agents, it was pretty straightforward connection. Once if you lost the connection, you don't have any data related to that agent, and switching between those agents was it was a challenge without maintaining state persistence. So this time I completely adopted that exact C2 infrastructure. So a DB came in picture. So the agent communicates. Uh, the agent's updation goes to the DB, and there's an API call for the agent to contact the DB. So that the layer is something different from the previous versions, and the controller panel can fetch the data from the DB. So it's a different infrastructure. So, but it's a common C2 that if you search somewhere, I mean, it is a common stuff that I see when I'm searching for the C2 development. And for this one, how it works is, as I said, at present it connects back over HTTP or HTTPS. The demo I'm going to show you completely over HTTP, and it can be and the next version or the current app I'm working on, it could be possible to communicate over more protocols like TCP, UDP, WebSockets. I'm planning to add those stuff into this one. As I said, this project is a combined part. Like I have updated my previous reversal over HTTP, added this persistence to maintain the exact C2 infrastructure. Then I added the ransomware simulator function to this one. So the previous ransomware simulator was like more static. You had to configure the path of your files before creating the agent. But here, that the suppose we are doing a routine simulation, and if you get the shell, and if you want to do that ransomware simulation, it is easy here. It's like you can select your folder where you want to encrypt the files, and you can encrypt it completely. It's dynamic, more dynamic in this version. Yeah, plus it has some other cool features apart from normal CMD commands and PowerShell commands. You can do some extra interesting stuff in this one. I'm planning to add a remote desktop viewer, but yeah, that's a challenge. Yeah, but I'm trying that because I did develop another project that was completely for remote desktop viewer version. So I'm planning to add combine that into this one. So if that could be added to this one, this will be a complete simulator for redteam activity. I mean, apart from that remote desktop viewer, you can do a lot of other stuff with the current version. So this is an architecture. It's like we have a PostgreSQL and a REST API server, and actually I didn't add one more thing here. I had to add the controller panel. Uh, this was actually I copied this from my that ransomware simulator. The ransomware simulator have this structure, but here there's an additional uh, component that's a controller panel. The controller panel actually contacts the REST API server for getting the result from the victims. When the victim means the agent is trying to update the details to the PostgreSQL, then the controller panel tries to fetch the data from the DB using the REST APIs. That's the current architecture. And function supporting, yeah, this something that I'm planning to automate. In fact, the demo I'm going to show doesn't have these features now. But yeah, of course, if you have watched my previous demos of the normal reversals without this C2 infrastructure, I did these stuffs like you can create GUI, GUI applications, Windows Phone applications, or it could be a console or no console application. And you can select the features whether you want to show the agent when the agent is running and the taskbar, those kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a long pathway, and I have to work on that. As I said, at present I'm just uploading this video just for to inspire myself to create more videos on this same application. So I'm planning to concentrate on this one because, and I'm planning to add all the shell reversal features that I had developed in the past to this application. So it could be a complete simulator. And these are the ransomware functions, just like my previous versions. The previous version 2 ransomware simulator I developed. It could be the ransomware can you can opt for keeping the original files because it's a simulator. We are not doing any real attack on anywhere. So you can suggest whether you want to keep the original files somewhere and delete that. I mean, keep the original files and encrypt it, or completely delete the previous files, the original files. Or option to replace just a background of the victim, or user can embed that user messages when the encryption is working. So these kind of stuff I had. I mean, it is there in my previous ransomware simulator, but I have to add that to this one. In fact, these slides I had to change. All these three slides should be under to do. So yeah, this is the basic uh, theoretical stuff about this one. Let me take you through the real demo. My API is running here, and this is a core API that communicates the to the DB. And let me confirm my DB. Yeah, I just removed all the data from my DB. This is my DB. It's running in Ubuntu server. Here, this is my control panel application. I'm going to open my control panel. So this is a shadow control panel. Here, in future, these stuffs will come. Like if you have if you have a domain that under your control, you can just add that. This is like a global setting for this application. So once after this, you can go and build the application. You can create different types of exe, like it's a normal exe and another exe that could be work with the install util.exe. Then you can create DLLs that has same features, which function or which load bins you want to work with. We can select, and we can completely create another XML build. Again, in these exe types, I will add more options like, as I mentioned on the slide, GUI, console, no console, and you can set up properties like visible on the taskbar or those kind of stuff. Yeah, finally, just like you can give any name for your agent and build it. But as I said, for this demo, I'm going to run my pre-built agent that I already built. I'm going to share that because this agent, this is not dynamic, this is a static build. Here I have configured my API servers, IP and other stuff inside this binary. It's not like building from here. I'm directly going to build it uh, on this agent. And other feature here, as I said, I'm just planning to compare this project by taking all the functionalities that I have developed on previous projects, especially on AV Buster. This extra function is like it will give you an option to base64 encode decode, and you can zip and encode, and you can zip and decode. I'm planning to add a bit of encryption also here and the next version. So yeah, as I said, I'm planning to make it a complete simulator, so it could be like uh, it's not going to be like a one-stop shop shopper, but it could be like a simulator tool that you can trust for a couple of stars that other tools may not have. I'm not saying it's not going to be a comparison between other tools and this one, but yeah, I'll try to make it unique as much as I can. So here, for the demo purpose, I'm going to I have a shadow agent here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this with my working machine. So for that, I have shared path. Oh, I did miss the copy command. Copy. So from here, what we are going to do, already opened this one. So let me go, before going to the control panel, let me go to the victim. Yes, as usual, this one real-time protection is on, and where's my terminal? Copy the blood. Not there. Copy. Take this out. VM share. It didn't come here. Okay, let me check. Did I copy that? Oh, this is my API where I was copying this one. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, it worked. So it should be, yeah, shadow legend is here. Was it there previously? No. Yeah, copy shadow legend to desktop. It is here, shadow agent. So basically, I'm going to run this shadow agent and see what happens. My protection is on, real-time protection is on. Hopefully, it won't make any error. Normally, most of the time, at the time of my first demo, it generates error. My API is running, so DB server is up. Yeah, this is, I mean, real time on. I'm going to make it a dynamic build. This print won't be there. This is the unique ID that actually is generated and shown to me for the debugging purpose. So let me go back to the control panel. The control panel shows me did I delete it, or I thought I did delete everything. Okay, let me check the time. It's 11:32 now. Yeah, this is the latest version, latest one. So this is the one. Hopefully this will be the one I have to communicate with the agent that I recently opened. So the first thing I'm doing is I'll just take help from here. Yeah, here you can either use CMD or PS based on your need. If you want to execute exclusive PowerShell commands, you can use PS, then your command. Or if you want to just execute a normal CMD command, you can just do that. Just like I'm going to say CMD DAR, so it's going to use the CMD on the victim to execute this command. So if I say who am I using the CMD, yeah, it says so. It's basically you can use a PS also, but maybe more noisy if you want to use that. You'll have the same result. So it doesn't make any difference until if you exclusively going to use PowerShell commands. So the next I'm going to do is I'm just planning to just take the help again. and you can see you can get the screenshot from here from the victim. So before getting the screenshot, you have to know the number of screens the victim agent is connected to. Now the number of screens attached is only one. So from the help, if you check, you can, the command is get screen, and the screen number. So if everything works well, you will get, oh no, I think maybe, I'm not sure why it is. Let me check what was the command I added here. Get screen. Ah, it is due to some unexpected error. To debug that here. Now this is a victim. Where is the victim? This is a victim screenshot. You can see it in your controller. The next we can test is simulator, the ransomware simulator. So CMD DIR and get the result. And here actually I had one folder that has a files to test for ransomware. So for before testing the ransomware, if you take the help, it is like the command is enc, then the file path, then what kind of files you want to execute. I mean, you want to encrypt, whether you want to encrypt the entire files on the folder or a specific extension. And you can specify change desktop. Actually, at present, I've just I had disabled that feature because I had to add that feature to the new the next version by creating more dynamic properties for the ransomware simulation. For this demo purpose, I just desktop and enc this. Yeah, this is a folder I'm planning. Then I'm just saying inside this. Okay, let me open this folder here and let me show you what happens if everything goes fine. I'm not going to change the desktop background of this because it doesn't have that feature now. So I'm going to encrypt this, all these files inside this folder. And if everything goes fine, it will get encrypted or it will show some other. Let me see. Yeah, it encrypted everything inside this folder, and there's no way for you to get it back because it is using RSA key pairs, and the public key is used to encrypt the AES generated key and initialization vector. So the key and IV are generated at the time of just before encrypting the files, and though that keys that AES key is used to encrypt the file, and then that AES key and IV got encrypted using the public key. So in any case, if you want to decrypt it, you should have that private key. So this private key will be there kept inside here. It's not showing here, but it is there inside that. Let me close it and open it. Maybe actually I had another button here. It's not showing on the UI. I did add a refresh button, but that is not showing here. It's not showing that AS key here. But inside the DB, you have that AES key, and I'm trying to create a decryptor application. Once if you do this simulation, you should have the decryptor to take it back. So yeah, that will be added a part of this project. Maybe I mean another application as a part of this same project. Yeah, this is the stuff I wanted to show and share. At present, this is like an alpha or beta stage. So I'm planning to, as you said, I'm planning to combine all the previous features that was there by all the previous tools that I have developed. This is one of the controller panel, and I'm planning to add another control panel is completely based upon web, so it could be used by I mean, it could be used inside Windows and Linux. At present, this is completely bind to Windows because entire application for the it is for the API and for this control panel completely utilize C# and Windows Forms. The REST API is completely on ASP.NET Core, and this one is on C#. I think the framework is 4.8. So yeah, that's all for this demo. And yeah, definitely I will release this code to my GitHub. I just, as I said initially, it's not completed yet, but I just shared it because I didn't add anything, any videos to my YouTube for the last 6 months because of the strike line I had. So this is going to be a good beginning for me, at least for myself. But if you feel interested in this one and if you think that this is a good stuff, feel free to contact me. We have some better ideas to on the user interfaces, how to make changes on that or functions. Yes, the next thing I'm going to concentrate is definitely on the agents for adding more functions like post exploitation. I mean, automating the post exploitation techniques and work adding more features that could be work closely with Active Directory, domain machines. Yeah, those kind of stuff. Yeah, will be added to that. Basically, this was the beginning, and I can say it's not any version number. It doesn't have any version number because it's still on alpha or beta stage. But if you still like, as I said, if you still like, uh, if you have some other ideas of adding features to this, please feel free to contact me. You can reach me either on the YouTube or you can reach me here on my GitHub. Yeah, that's all for now. Yeah, stay tuned for the next versions and other stuffs I planned. If YouTube is not going to give me another strike line, I'm planning to add more offensive programming stuff for beginners. I hope I can do that soon. Yeah. Then yeah, that's a bye from me now.